Hi everyone, my name is Yuen Lin, and today I'm going to give you the answers to the questions that I may not have the right answer to. It's science. The second question is the comfortability with science that I have. I'll give myself a 10 out of 10. That's because I've been teaching here and there and tutoring here and there, and I've been giving speech and talk to a lot of people in public, so I don't have fear for that. I'm confident to give speech in front of my young student too. And the second reasons for that is that I graduated from biological science, so I acquired enough knowledge to have a good start in teaching science. Well, I don't know a lot. I don't know like everything in science, but I know the way to learn science and to teach my kids to actually study as scientists. And the third and fourth questions are kind of tough for me to answer is because I don't really understand the science cultural artifact. But after I watch a few of your responses, I understand that the science cultural artifact could be anything that just evoke my experience with science from the past. And I would say there are a lot of things that evoked my experience in the past in California. I can see it every day as I drive on freeway to the beach, to San Diego and places. That is palm tree. You know why? It's because I know from a science class that there are two types of palm tree in California. The tall one, whenever I see one, I certainly know that, oh, that is Mexican palm tree, and the shorter one is the Californian palm tree. Well, that's just one of it. Magnolia tree is one of the science artifact, cultural artifacts that I have too. And tide pools. See, I can tell a lot of things like that. It's because I have bad experience with Bio 2 that I took at Mount San Antonio College like years ago. It is because in that class there is a huge amount of materials that I have to absorb. I mean absorb, I mean I memorize it straightly, just memorize it. I didn't really understand what I memorized. I mean, I know what I read, I understand what I read, but I don't understand the concept behind it. So instead of spending time reading and understand it so I can memorize it, I just like learn to memorize it straight. Other than my friends, they don't need to spend a lot of time to study. I had to pull all-nighters, like many nights or 2 weeks or weeks before an exam, and I still didn't do well. Well, for the record of my biological science class, I've never had an A. I mean, I had one A. That was a good luck. It's because I took a biological statistic with graduate students, and that class was tough. And the professor at UCI, the professors told me that as long as you have a grade, I'll pump it up like 1-letter grades because it's hard. But it was really hard. I just understand the surface materials. I don't really understand deeply. But yeah, I think that is the good, those are good science cultural artifacts for me because it's gave me an experience with science, and I understand that it takes time to absorb, to understand, to comprehend the scientific materials, and it's not easy. So with that, I can answer question number 4 is that I want to shorten the time that my kids need to spend to comprehend the materials, and I want them not to learn from the textbook or not to learn from my experience. I want them to experience themselves so that they can understand and make those materials their own knowledge, like I do. I mean, I suffer, but I got something in the back of my mind that just like when I see it, it just constantly reminds me what I learned from that class, even though that's the hell for me back in the time. Yeah, I think that should answer all the questions.